Welcome to St. Lawrence University's program in France. The St. Lawrence program is located in the city of Rouen in Normandy on the Seine River, just about 80 miles northwest of Paris and less than 45 miles from the English Channel. Here we are looking over the city from St. Catherine's Hill. Rouen is a city with a population of about 110,000 people. Its port is France's largest inland deepwater port. The left bank, on your left, was heavily damaged during World War II and was largely rebuilt in the 40s. The right bank is an incredibly rich resource in art and history dating back to the Roman Empire. In the center of the Seine River is an island, the Île La Croix, which contains an Olympic-class rowing club. Here we have a view of the right bank of the city of Rouen, with the Cathedral of Notre Dame in the center, and up on the top of the hill in the background is the suburb of Mont-Saint-Aignan, where the university is located. Let's take a little walking tour of the downtown area. The major landmarks in Rouen include the Cathedral of Notre Dame, the Gros Horloge or Great Clock, and the Rue du Gros Horloge, or the street in which it is located, La Place du Vieux Marché, or Old Market Square, and this monument and church in memory of Joan of Arc, and the Museum of Fine Art. The Cathedral of Notre Dame is a course book in Gothic architecture. It was built over a 250-year period beginning around 1150 AD, and it shows an evolution of architectural design from the Romanesque up to the flamboyant Gothic period. Here we stand before the Gros Horloge, or Great Clock, which was built in the year 1523. A single hand indicates the hours of the day. At the bottom of the clock, just beneath the Roman numeral 6, is a panel which slides open each day at 12 noon and displays a symbol indicating the day of the week. Above the clock in the silver ball are shown the phases of the moon. The Gros Horloge is located in the street of the same name, just about halfway between the Cathedral of Notre Dame and the Old Market. The Rue du Gros Horloge, or Street of the Great Clock, was one of the first pedestrian-only designated streets in France, and this has created a number of de facto adjoining pedestrian streets. The area is filled with shops of every description. Cafes, restaurants, bars, hairstylists, nail salons, fine porcelain shops, and even a clothing shop whose storefront was built to resemble a clothes dresser. In a nearby street, you can see this panel in memory of a French explorer who actually sailed up the St. Lawrence River past where Ogdensburg, New York would eventually be settled. Robert Cavelier de la Salle, born on November 22, 1643, and assassinated in Texas on March 19, 1687. He founded the city of Lachine on the St. Lawrence River near Montreal, navigated down the Mississippi River, and without resorting to any armed force, claimed Louisiana to be French territory. Here we are at the end of the Rue du Gros Horloge, in the Vieux Marché, or Old Market. The cross on the right marks the spot where Joan of Arc, at the age of 19, found guilty of heresy by her English captors and certain French clergy, was burned at the stake. Her ashes were cast into the Seine River. 25 years later, the Vatican declared Joan's trial null and void and proclaimed her a martyr. Joan was canonized as Saint Joan of Arc on May 16, 1920. With the exception of the major museums in Paris, the Museum of Fine Art in Rouen contains one of the best collections of any museum in France. This is thanks to the large number of collectors and artists who have donated works, as well as to the museum's outstanding curators. The museum's collections contain major works by David, Delacroix, Dufy, Fragonard, Géricault, Ingres, and Renoir. Even more impressive is the public's exceptional access to these works. For a very minor fee, one can become a member of the Friends of the Museum and attend weekly lectures and discussions in front of the works themselves. Just in back of the Museum of Fine Art is another museum, this one the Saint-Laurent-Le Sec des Tournelles collection of wrought iron works from the 3rd to the 19th century. Right nearby is the Café Métropole. Back in the early 1930s, Jean-Paul Sartre was teaching philosophy in a men's lycée in Le Havre, and Simone de Beauvoir was teaching in a women's lycée in Rouen. They used to get together in this café. Whenever I'm in Rouen, I try to stop here at least once and have an espresso coffee in their memory. This picture was taken in December of 1996 in the high Atlas Mountains of Morocco during a week-long Francophone Studies field trip from Rouen. This picture was taken in May 1976 during the traditional end-of-year trip through the south of France. The city of Avignon is in the background. This was a reunion of that very same group at the Bistrot Artisanal in New York City on June 28, 2008.